So IBM just posted a blockbuster year. We're talking its best in over a decade. But, behind those huge numbers is a really fascinating story. It's about a tech giant completely reinventing itself from the inside out. So what's actually going on here? Let's get into it. First up, let's just take a second to look at this number, $14.7 billion. That's IBM's free cash flow for 2025. Now, what that really means is it's the cash they have left over after paying all the bills. It's a key sign of a super healthy, profitable company. And for IBM, this is the highest it's been in more than 10 years. And it's not just about the profit, right? Their revenue also grew by a full 6%. Now, that might not sound like a huge number, but for a company the size of IBM, that kind of growth is a really big deal. So the question is, how did a company that's over 100 years old pull off this kind of turnaround? Okay, here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with the new playbook that's driving all this success. Then we'll look at the two main engines firing on all cylinders, software and AI, and a totally reimagined mainframe. After that, we'll check out their outlook for 2026 and wrap it all up with why this transformation really matters. So, what's the secret sauce here? What's behind this huge turnaround? Well, it's all about a fundamental shift in strategy. IBM has been methodically, piece by piece, pivoting away from its old identity to become a true software powerhouse. Their CEO, Arvind Krishna, said it best. The goal, he said, is to be a software-led, hybrid cloud and AI platform company. And look, that's not just some corporate buzzword salad. It is the mission that is actively reshaping the entire business from the ground up. And you can see that mission is having a real-world impact. Today, software makes up about 45% of IBM's entire business. To put that in perspective, that's a huge jump from just 25% back in 2018. That really shows you how serious and successful this strategic pivot has been. All right, let's dig into that first engine, because it's the most important one, software and AI. This is where the real action is, and it's what everyone on Wall Street is watching like a hawk. If you look at the last quarter of 2025, you can see exactly where this power is coming from. Consulting, it held steady, but software, it grew an impressive 11%. And see that big infrastructure bar at 17%? We're going to get to that in a minute, but spoiler alert, it is also tied directly to this big push into AI and software. And when we talk about AI, we are talking about serious money. Get this. IBM has already built up a generative AI book of business worth over $12.5 billion. This just proves that their bet on enterprise AI isn't some side project. It is a massive revenue-generating pillar of their new strategy. So, the really brilliant part is how all these pieces work together. IBM calls it their flywheel for growth. The idea is actually pretty simple. Their consulting teams help clients adopt AI. That, in turn, drives demand for their AI software, which, you guessed it, often runs best on their own powerful infrastructure. Each part feeds the others, creating this cycle of accelerating growth. It's a thing of beauty. Now, for the second engine, and honestly, this one might surprise you. It's the mainframe. Yeah, the mainframe. In an age dominated by the cloud, a lot of people wrote this technology off as a relic. But IBM has totally reimagined it as a modern-day workhorse for artificial intelligence. I mean, their new Z17 mainframe is not your grandfather's computer. It can process 50% more AI inferencing operations, which is basically just using an AI model to make a prediction, per day than the last model. This literally turns the mainframe from a simple transaction machine into a real-time AI engine for critical industries like banking and healthcare. And this innovation, it's translating directly into cash. The demand for the new Z17's AI capabilities drove the highest annual revenue for their IBM Z platform in about 2 decades. So they're not just keeping a legacy business alive, they're making it a growth driver all over again. So, okay, after a year like that, the obvious question is, can they keep it up? Is this a one-time thing, or is it sustainable? Let's take a look at what IBM is forecasting for 2026. The company is signaling some serious confidence for the future. They're not just aiming to sustain this new growth, they want to accelerate it. They're targeting 10% growth in software and want to add another $1 billion in free cash flow. They clearly believe this turnaround has legs. All right, let's zoom out and connect all the dots. What's the big picture takeaway from all of this? Why does this matter? Just look at the difference between 2018 and 2025. It is stark. The primary focus, the percentage of revenue from software, the cash flow, the growth. Every single key metric tells the exact same story. This is a successful, deep-rooted turnaround.
And that is the absolute crucial point. This amazing performance in 2025 wasn't just a fluke. It's not one good year that popped up after years of decline. No, this is the direct result of years of disciplined, strategic choices. It's the validation of a massive bet on becoming a software-first company.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. While so much of the world has been focused on consumer AI and all the other big tech giants, IBM has been quietly and methodically rebuilding its entire core around enterprise AI. So, does this incredible turnaround make it the most important tech giant that you're not watching?